Maybe you're past the honeymoon phase.
Ooh.
Maybe you know what's up. You've tasted. You've tried.
Okay. That's very...
Maybe you're falling in love with another beer. And maybe Heady doesn't know.
Speak not of it, Scott Alexander Cole.
Anyways, enough of the
Stop beer.
tomfoolery.
Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C, Certified Brewhead.
Scott Beer, Cold Beer Enthusiast here.
And welcome to another edition of Versus.
A special edition of Versus.
Special edition. I was about to say where we pit two beers against each other in beer MMA. No, mate. Not this evening, Scott Beer Cole. What do we have here?
We are doing the whole run of Alchemist beers.
That we could get our hands on.
That we get our hands on. And these are all from, you picked them up from Vermont.
Directly from the brewery, with the exception of Crusher, which I have to send a huge shout out for Julien from Brewster Club. When I mentioned that I was a big fan of the Alchemist, he wasn't really huge on it.
Yeah.
And he said he had a Crusher and stuff. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. I'm jelly. And when he gave us that the box set, he blessed us, Bredgin, with the Crusher. And honestly, I almost jumped out of my pants. I did.
That's amazing.
So yeah, we physically, Tiff and I went to the brewery. We picked these bad boys up. And now we have this one. And you and I were actually just going to do Heady and Focal.
Yeah.
But since we had Crusher, we're like, you know what, let's do the whole lineup. And see how they fare against each other.
Let's have like the Royal Rumble of Pale Ales, India Pale Ales, and just try them back to back and see what prevails.
So we'll start with the lowest ABV.
Let's do it.
Which is the Broken Spoke American Pale Ale, 6%. Doesn't say much else about the hops used or anything like that, but oh yes, I've been waiting for this.
So we're literally going 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Alright, so this one doesn't even pour that cloudy compared to the rest. Looking at it, it's a little cloudy, pretty clear, no huge hoppy nose.
Yeah, not much on the nose, to be honest. I was expecting a little hoppier on the nose or fruity.
Yeah, quite bitter.
This is really good.
It's
like
really
this is
good.
the start. This is
And this is just like, I'm about to be happy if we stopped here.
My lowest expectations from this, but this is fantastic.
It's a fantastic crushable pale ale, 6%. So it's not too heavy. You could definitely knock a few of these back. It's not I feel like it's smooth, it's creamy, it's not overwhelming for the palate.
Yep.
Where some of these guys are a little more in that sort of realm.
Yeah, they're a little aggressive.
Would you say? I was gonna say, is it one of those New England pale ales? I don't really think so. It's not like heavy juice. It's still a little hazy. It's definitely hazy, but it pours a lot clearer than the other guys. What do you think, babe?
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. I love your attitude. Definitely a fan of it. I didn't even know what it was when we copped it. They just happened to have it. So I'm like, whatever you've got, I'm buying. I didn't care. I hadn't heard about it. I hadn't seen anybody even post about it online or anything. So I didn't have any expectations except that it was going to be phenomenal because it is the Alchemist and they do not mess up.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like you said, it's 6%, but I feel like you could session this beer. Like,
absolutely.
Have a few in a night and not feel ways about it. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like if you have a few Heady Toppers, you're on your arse. But,
you're definitely gonna be struggling.
This is cool, like full of flavor, but not too big or bold or.
No, it's not too much. Like, I'm definitely enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would purchase this again, and I think that's really like a key sort of signifier of these beers. Would you purchase them again? And
for sure.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I guess I got to keep this moving. So we're actually doing this properly tonight. We talked about it in other verses. Of what do we do between beers to cleanse the palate.
Our palates.
Because particularly if we're going for, pales in IPA, double IPAs, back to back, we got the water and we got the Vegetons brew.
The 40% less fat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We watch our figures, ladies.
Yep. And we're actually going to rinse out our glasses. Got a little water and a...
So we're doing this proper like.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Do you think this was a joke thing? Nah,
real,
sorry,
real.
dude. I'm drinking a little slow. I just want to kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. I like to enjoy quickly. That's just how I enjoy.
Hey, I understand. Enjoy it quickly.
I eat food really fast and I drink beer really fast. Like, I enjoy it more like that for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but take your time, man.
Sorry. No, it's okay. One more sip. No, we've got to get this moving. We can't be here forever while y'all watch me slowly sip away the damn beer. Mm-hmm.
So, yep, this is next on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Focal Bagger. It's an American India Pale Ale. 7%. Alchemist.
Yep.
Pretty cool
So
artwork.
just
I like
an
that.
IPA, this one.
Just an American IPA.
Okay. Can I grab the water real quick just before you're telling people about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Prepare myself.
It's brewed with Citra and Mosaic.
Citra and Mosaic. Nice.
And our favorite British malts, it says.
Which are? Oh, their favorite British.
Yes. Truly abundance of hoppy goodness.
Okay.
So, I mean, this beer, just like Heady Topper says on it, it's supposed to just drink from the can. No need to be pretentious and put it in a glass, but we're going to put it in a glass anyways because I've drank a few of these from a can before, and
I don't think we've ever poured it out.
I rarely ever pour these in a glass, so you know what?
Same, I figure
we're going to
like
go against the grain here. And
we are rebels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Nice. This one pours really clear, eh? I always had in my mind that these particular beers are super hazy.
I feel like the Heady's a little more so.
Damn, this one's really clear. I haven't really I mean, look, do you know what? Really clear is not truthful. There's a ton of sediment in this.
It's clearer than the Broken
It's
Spoke
clearer than
as
the
well.
Broken Spoke, surprisingly.
A little more on the nose.
Yeah, put this bad boy here so
Yep.
people can see it. A little more on the nose for sure. Definitely more on the nose.
That same nice fluffy head.
Yeah.
So smooth.
Oh yeah, this is great.
It's
this
like
is
butter.
Yeah, it's very floral in comparison. This one was definitely a lot more
I feel
bitter,
like Broken Spoke has more bite to it. Yeah, it's more bitter.
bite and bitter. Like
Yeah,
going with that,
this
as
is
opposed
sweeter
to
and
that.
more soft and smooth and easy to drink.
Mm. Yeah, I like that it's got the sediment and stuff in it. I really didn't notice that before because every single time I just drank from the can, like we just share one.
Yeah,
from
I
the
always
can
drink
or
from the
something.
can. I don't think
Well,
I've ever
it
had
says-
one in a glass before.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's only these two. Only Heady and Fogle says drink from the
I'm
can.
kind of
Crusher, I'm
liking it.
super surprised. It
Like
doesn't
I'm almost
say.
liking it better in the glass.
The glass, eh?
You
I
just,
feel like it does retain the.
well, just because like when you're smelling it and drinking it, you can taste it more when you're smelling it.
Well,
and
because
you're
we're
just
evaluating right now, this is much like you can't evaluate when you're like
not so much. No.
But I kind of like. I agree with you that this is fantastic. I kind of like drinking from the can because I never drink beer from the can or bottles ever now. Like it's been a long time. Like unless you're crushing like Heineken's or something, but which is very rare. But like it's kind of a cool experience to drink that. And I remember reading. I think we talked about it that like John, the brewmaster, was saying that. You know, you're sitting there at the brewery, you know, you crack a can, you take a sip, you come back, even 2 hours later, God knows why you do that.
Yeah.
But you come back and it's like just as fresh as it was because it's the aromas are kept in the can. There's less room for it to escape, whereas it's like, out of the glass.
That's right. Well, and I find, especially with the Heady Topper, you open a Heady Topper, you can smell it in the entire room. As soon as you crack that can, it's like a floral bouquet of hops that just explodes in the room. So I don't get that as much off this, but there definitely is... More nose than the Broken Spoke.
More nose than that for sure. To be honest, like I think I said recently on the podcast as well, I hadn't had Focal until we got this batch, and I was like, yo, I think it's better than Heady. Now I need to see. I'm looking forward to seeing it back to back. I remember just having the Headies, and I was like, man, is this like? I just felt like underwhelmed. Like maybe the myth had started to crumble.
I mean, like after you'd had it a few times?
Yeah, I had enough times now. Like, and I think just this trip getting it, like that was my main goal. But maybe after
they've changed it a little bit. I don't know.
Potentially, I just remember just like I thought it just blew my face off, and it just wasn't really doing that this time. And I thought it was because in the brewery, to be honest, I had these 3 in tasters,
Like back,
and I had Crusher, Heady, Focal.
Oh, you went that way.
Complete opposite, not knowing what the Crusher was. Like it was just there, and she offered it. I'm
But
like,
of the 3, your favorite was
Crusher. In the end, walking in the door, Heady.
Yeah.
I only had literally like a taster, less than what I've had now. That's all I had of it, and I just like, oh my god.
Well, it should be interesting to try it.
Oh, I can't
from a can.
And I don't know how old it is. I'd probably say a month or 2 old.
See, and that's another thing they say about these beers specifically is drink them as fresh as you possibly can. Don't save them. Don't age them. Crack it and drink it right away.
And that's the thing with the
and I noticed when I picked up those 16 cans, near
time?
to the end, they started losing a little bit. Like the first ones were really fresh and had more of like a hoppy kick and bite to them, and then
like
slowly,
grassy
and then slowly, it kind of that freshness and that pop faded a little bit through the last few cans because I kind of really tried to string the last few out and save them.
Same, so did I. But
But
I had them like months later too.
They're meant to be drank
Like fresh, quick,
yeah.
fast. I'm impressed by this too, but like, I don't know if it's different. I was gonna say, to be honest, I'm not as impressed with Focal right now as I was like whatever, a few weeks ago, and I'm like, oh no, this is by far the better beer. I don't know. Maybe this is different from a can, and now we're doing them back to back. So,
Cleanse the old palate there. So
yeah, okay.
the myth, the legend,
The myth, the legend.
touted as the best IPA in the world.
Is it it's a double IPA?
It's a double
the best
IPA.
double IPA.
Yeah.
Right? If anyone ever asked me what's your favorite beer, Heady Topper. It's been that way for. When do we have it? 2011. We didn't deserve it. We've said that before. Mate at Apple gave one to me. I was like, yo.
And who knows how fresh it was? I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know how fresh it was.
And we didn't drink it from the can.
No, we poured it in a glass and we're like, yeah, it's pretty good, but we didn't have much to compare it to, I don't think, at that time. So.
Yeah, we didn't know. Then when you went, was it last year? Or the year before?
The year before last.
Year before last. So when you and Rochelle went to Vermont and copped this, no, it was last year. You guys haven't been around together like 200 years.
That's right, last
summer.
summer, I guess, last summer, yeah.
When y'all went, and I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest beer of all time, and it blew my mind. And I was so excited just looking at the cans in the fridge. And then this time, I was just as excited going there to get them, the like you saw on the vlog. Like, I was amped for the brewery. But yeah.
Maybe you're past the honeymoon phase.
Ooh.
Maybe you know what's up, you've tasted, you've tried.
Okay. That's very...
Maybe you're falling in love with another beer. And maybe Heady doesn't know.
Speak not of it, Scott Alexander Cole.
Anyways, enough of the
Stop
tomfoolery.
Let's do it. You know, I was such in beer mode, I just smelt my water.
Wow.
Great nose on the water. Okay, how do you feel smelling that can?
Yeah, it's
Just like, yeah, take it.
I feel like the nose is getting bigger on each
time,
one.
man.
Yeah. So this is a great beer. I mean, I must say this is probably the first time I will be having it in a glass as well. I'm just always I listen to the instructions and drink from the can.
Yeah, same. It's a different nose.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I want to smell it a bit more before drinking that one.
Oh
Yeah. A lot hazier, less sediment, but hazier. Probably more of the broken spoke level haze. Oh, that's so much bigger than vocal.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? How would I drink this and think it was soft? Jesus
well, this
Christ.
is like this has that bite to it, like whereas
vocal's
vocal's soft and smooth and floral, and then Heady is like.
There's definitely a bitey. It's definitely the New England style. It's not juice by any means. Which I'm kind of looking for now, in all honesty.
So good.
This is
so good.
Wow, I'm gonna shut my damn mouth. Like, this is phenomenal. Yeah, man, I was fronting. Heady, I love you. I'm sorry. Yeah, man.
I'm not playing. This is just like a delicious IPA I would like to drink every day of my life.
Yes. I'm stuttering. It's so beautiful. I wonder if it's more. Oh my god, the can smells like a hop bag.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's like
mate.
It's like fresh steeped.
But
hops
this kind
in
of
it.
smells like it too.
Yeah, well, it's similar.
Man, so was this?
I don't know how.
Well, I don't know what they do.
Like, what are you doing to make it so like hoppy, juicy? Like, I don't get it.
Alchemist are doing something special with their. I don't know, the hopping process. We have to get down there for a podcast. Yeah. Alchemist, if you're watching, dudes, like, we want to get down. We haven't reached out.
Like, look what we did.
We're going too soon. We love you. We just want to talk to you and then just swim in your tanks. And swim. Swim in
drinking this. That's what I feel like I'm doing.
Drown and just
in
bathe in
bath.
it. Oh. Honestly, this nose does not do it justice, and I think that is 100% why you're supposed to drink from the can. Because I remember at home when we drink at home, I'm just smelling the can constantly.
Yeah.
Drink from the can, I'm just smelling.
Like, as soon as you crack it, it fills the room.
So this doesn't cut it at all. Like the smell.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different. Oh my god, it smells like. I don't know if they say what hops they. No, they don't. They use a whole bunch of hops and they won't tell you what. And I think that's fair enough.
I think the only one it says is the focal, right? It doesn't even say on this.
No, it doesn't say anything on that.
Interesting.
And I think the point is that it retains those aromas. I feel like in the glass, I feel like it's better from the can because the aroma is like, a major part of taste is the smell. And this is not really doing that. You know what I'm saying?
If you must pour it into a glass, you may find that some of the hop resins have settled to the bottom.
That's fine.
Leave them in the can when pouring. So they're just basically saying some sediment and...
We didn't pour the whole can out, so...
Yeah.
We will. Don't be worried about that, mate. This is phenomenal. What do you think, babe? You feel it's the same? You feel... Yeah? Do you feel it's better than Focal?
I always thought it was better than Focal.
You never changed? It was just me. I was the...
I'm not mad. It's a bit of a different experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a different thing. It's definitely like... I don't know. I'm trying to understand where this came from because, like, we worship this beer, man. Like, and I know a lot of other people did as well, but damn, like, we really worship this beer.
It's as close to perfect to me that you can get. Like, it has everything that I want in a beer. It's smooth and creamy. It's, like, fresh and crisp. It's floral and hoppy. It's, like, citrusy. It has that bite that you want. It has bitterness. It balances out. Like,
Let them know.
And just the fresh, grassy, hoppy...
Yes.
Like, it's,
straight off the
perfect.
vine smell.
It's perfect. It's a perfect beer.
Honestly, that's why I've always felt perfect. It's a perfect beer. That's why...
Like, and even the ABV, like, 8% is, like, just enough that, like, there's enough flavor there that it can...
Get you a bit mash up, but then
you
can still crush a couple of them.
You can still crush a few of them. Like, I wouldn't change a thing about this beer. There's usually beer, like, some beers I'll be like, you know what, this is awesome. If it was a little more this or a little more that, it would be better. This is like... You did it, mate. You did it.
Johnny, John and Jen, his missus.
I just love it so much.
We just brewed beer tonight, guys. And
yeah.
We had a bag of Chinook and a bag of Crystal, and we cracked the Chinook for, I think it
but
smells like the damn bag of Chinook.
That's exactly right. It smells like the bag of fresh Chinook hops.
I want to get that bag and go them side by side after this.
Crazy.
And see how that feels.
I'm scared for this. Like,
okay, so I hyped this up a lot. And Grant, like I said, I only had a tiny little bit at the brewery.
Like, I feel like I haven't heard of this before, though.
I never heard of it either.
Okay.
They got a bunch of other beers. I was reading about it recently. They have a new stout coming out called Beelzebub, which I was telling Tiff I just want to drive down and go fetch it.
Yeah.
And there was something... There's a few others that they have occasionally. I've seen people post.
Okay.
So it's literally you either plan it or it's just luck, whatever they have. When we went, this was complete luck that they had all three of these.
So they don't necessarily always have them at the brewery?
Not at all. And we were going to go to Beverage Warehouse and pick up Heady.
Cool.
That night, we got there on a Wednesday, and we went there Wednesday afternoon, and we were going to go there at 8 p.m. on Wednesday or 10 a.m. on a Thursday, and we didn't want to get up early, so I was like, I'll just go 8 p.m. and pick up what I can. And I was able to get us 8 each, no problem. I don't know what to say. Scott is going to fucking cream.
Scott's going to cream.
This is everything. I don't know. I can't really express how much this means. Being people, y'all know how much this shit means. Like, all right, so this is kind of what I've been waiting for. Let me tell you about the crush. Let's see
you tell me about it.
I believe it was 9%.
Yep.
Double IPA.
Yep.
We talk about the New England style IPAs. This, from what I understand and from what I can recall, would be the closest thing that the Alchemist makes to that. I remember being hazy and just having this, like, out of this world hop. Like, you know, Heady is incredible, as we know. Mm-hmm. But this, to me, took it to another level. It's another, an extra % alcohol, ABV. And it was just... I feel like there's something about this new juice style. I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I haven't had that many of them. Like, it's all I really want to get my hands on now. So, from the memory, and this was like a month or two ago, that's what this was.
Hop heads were consistently asking for more hops. So, in the words of Frank Zappa, did you say you want more? Well, here's some more.
Frank Zappa said that? I thought
Apparently.
said that.
I feel like a lot of people said that.
Yeah.
While I enjoy hops with the rest of them, I still try to maintain some semblance of balance and drinkability. So, this beer is oozing with hop flavor and aroma with a very dry finish. Enjoy responsibly.
Oh, we'll be responsible, alright.
So, yeah, this is the fourth and final in the double verses. So, I guess after this we have to pick who reigns supreme of the Alchemist Pale Ales.
Before we crack that, I guess if you want to do out of these two, I would say Focal for sure for me. It's a little, I like the fruitiness and the smoothness of it. But and the Broken Spoke was great. I prefer the IPA to the Pale Ales, so I prefer the Focal so far.
I did too. I was actually really surprised. I didn't have high expectations for Broken Spoke. I really liked it.
Very much so.
I almost felt like it was just like And at 6%, it's not really a session because sessions are usually like four and a half. But it tasted sessionable in the sense that it wasn't overwhelming to the palate. I could feel like if I'm going to drink IPAs all night, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I would have to give Focal Bagger the slight advantage. Like, not even that much, but it won for me out of those two.
And then the 3?
Of the 3, Heady Topper reigns supreme.
Yes, sir.
I can't front.
Front? I cannot. Please crack this. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Is it ridiculous to get this excited over a damn beer?
Like...
To smell. Like, give us a little smell from the can.
You know, wow.
Wow? Oh, wow. Scotty's saying wow.
Like, juicy and fruit. It smells like candy.
Rock
like, I am a kid in a candy store right now.
Oh, it's like that stone fruit kind of smell. Like I'm pouring, I guess.
Stop talking about it. Just pour it.
Oh, yes. Oh, God.
Wow, look at that color.
Oh.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, God. I'm going to pour this whole can, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Should I save a little bit for after, like the rest of them? We should save a bit for after.
Just make sure you don't pour the sediment out. Wow.
Wow, huh?
Look at the color. This looks like the biggest one of all.
Yeah, it does, eh?
Yeah, it looks like the big dog. Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Look at it. Hazy.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh. That's like hoppy juicy.
Oh my God.
Biggest.
Is that the goat? Like Kanye West level, like goat. Name a beer better than this, Scott. Scott Beer Goal. Name one. I dare you. I dare you. Was I not speaking
It's
the
insane.
truth?
It's insane. Like, if you like IPAs and you haven't had this, do yourself a favor, make the drive to Stowe, Vermont, and just try this whole lineup. Like, this is insane.
I kind of want to sit on this for a little bit.
I'm still torn. I need to think about it a little bit.
Oh, I'm not torn at all. The Crusher is the greatest beer of all time. This is a goat. Like, I can't even, like, I'm like...
I need to go back and have some Heady. It's different. It's different.
Because there's a bunch, we can do that after. We can do a little, like, final comparison. It's different. But at the same token, there's 2 double IPAs. And it is different. But there's something about this that, like...
I kind of have, like, goosebumps. Is that weird? Like, I'm, like, hype about it.
It's a beer.
Yeah.
Isn't this the most ridiculous thing in the world?
Yeah. But, like, when he says... like, it's oozing with hops, so he says... but he tries to maintain some semblance and balance of drinkability.
Yeah. And it's just so drinkable.
Right. It's not like you just poured a bunch of hops in it and, like, look how much hops are here. It's like... Man, this is a lot of hops, but it's still a beer. It's still drinkable. It's still good.
Yes. Tiff, are we being ridiculous?
Really insane. I don't know.
We being ridiculous, or you feel it?
Even to smell it, it smells like when we smelled those fresh hops. Like, it smells like a big...
Yeah. We were watching the beer tasting video again.
It's like sweet candy.
You know what it does remind me of on one thing, and this is like, I'm on the deals a little bit, but Mornington's Imperial IPA, the one we had, on the can, and I'd never seen it before, so it smelled like it had elements of stone fruit, and I detect those same elements here. Though this, and I gotta admit, is more drinkable than the Always Doing It.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Heady Topper, Crusher.
So we're coming down to it. This is like serious. You have to go back.
I may change my whole opinion of IPAs on this one tasting.
And this was the purpose, guys. Like, you know, clearly Heady Topper is probably one of the most searched beers on the internet, at least in the IPA world, aside from Pliny. And this is why I wanted to do that. And when we got the Crusher, this was cool, Focal versus Heady, but now I get why it wasn't even a competition until we got this bad boy. So let's see what Scotty's saying back to back. I'm just gonna help you out there.
Yeah.
Take a quick look if I may. Game of Thrones, nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it still smells good though, man.
So similar yet so different.
I feel like it's much more
This is juicy.
bitter. This juice.
This is juicy. This is kind of a little bitier and bitter.
Yes.
Bitterer.
Honestly, Heady is fire flames, and I will never you can't front on that. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the greatest beer of all time.
I concur.
You know,
It is better. It is insane. It's on another level.
another level.
It's hoppy, juicy. It's not as okay. So it's not as complete of a beer because this is like.
Tell me why. Break it down.
Because this is so balanced. The sweet and the bitter and the bite. It's all in perfect harmony.
Right.
This focuses more
On the fruit.
the fruit and the hoppy, juicy
So
aspect.
it's probably lower ABV, less bite, less bitterness.
No, it's
less resonance.
higher ABV.
I'm sorry.
IBUs.
Higher ABV. IBUs. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's this is more of a complete beer to me, but this is just like you want hops. This is like hop juice personified. Like it is.
It's everything.
It's
right?
everything.
And I feel like that's all the rage right now, and this is what you and I have been focusing on. So I think the next move is to compare this bad boy to the other juice hops. Now, there's 2 or 3 breweries that come to mind immediately that I've seen on Instagram and never tried. Trillium.
Julius.
Yeah, exactly. And Treehouse. Trillium and Treehouse in Massachusetts.
Yep.
Julius is one of the 2. I've forgotten Treehouse, I think. And Monkish in Los Angeles. I always see the dudes post about that. Shout outs to Teo from Black People Love Beer and Dope and Dank, my mans. We're gonna do some collabs with you, homie. He's always got the monkey stuff, and he's talking about like lining up for hours to get these beers, and they're all juice, like
Seems to be
high
the
level
style.
IBS. It's the style. It's the trend in the States right
Yeah.
now. But yo, this is why. It's more. I was reading that article. If you check out the BAOS Facebook, you passed me that article about the top 25 IPAs. You gotta try, and there was a bunch of them like that, and
We've had like a pretty good portion.
close
of
to
them.
half, a third to a half.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of them are. It was a very balanced list. I really like that list. That's why I got a lot of engagement, and I'm extremely excited to try these other juice based or juice. I don't know what not juice based, but the ones that come across like basically drinking alcoholic orange juice. That to me is unique. It's not really happening in Canada.
Wow. Holy crap!
Yeah, look, guys, we're not really like exaggerating here. That's a hot bag too, bro. Oh. To be honest,
This
smell the focal
lineup
than smell
is
crusher.
Fire.
Yeah. The can's really getting all over your lip, mate.
This
The cans are really smelling. The cans give you a better indication of the beer itself, of the real like nose of the beer than smelling the glass. I really feel like we're losing a lot of.
I want to say there's almost Chinook in it because we just used Chinook for the beer we brewed, and it smells exactly like it.
Yeah.
And Chinook is a big, high alpha acid hop, so I'm assuming they would use some big, high alpha acid hops in something like this, especially if you're trying to make it like a huge hop beer.
Yeah.
Would this be wet hopped and dry hopped?
All
and
the
like
above.
any hop you can get in it, probably hopped in the wort.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, in the mash.
I
And
love
then hopped in the boil, and then like hopped at flame out, and hop oil, hop resin, like
just little like sprinkled in.
that's what
in
I
the
would
can.
do. Just any way you can possibly introduce hops into it. Just
Let's try
get
that
it in ya.
next homebrew. That's why I want these guys on the podcast. I really want Alchemist on the podcast. I want to just like pick their brain. I know they're probably not going to be able to say that much, but I feel like they can still let us know they're kind of like thinking behind how they hop their beers and
it would
why.
be interesting if they could give some sort of tip or trick, because like I haven't had a beer that can do this. Like there's no other beers that smells like literally a handful of fresh hops.
100%. And this is where the
If
trend
there is, let us know.
Yeah. I got to feel
Comment
like you said,
because
please comment. Let us know what beers are
what
similar
beats
to
this.
Crusher.
Like for you who have tried these, or maybe one or two or a couple of these, let us know if there's anything similar or better, or maybe for another versus if we can get our hands on another couple of these. Like,
look, we're down to do the trips to go, like,
but I'm
if we
about
can-
that hoppy, juicy life.
It's what
So,
it is, and luckily
Tell me
we
the
live.
hoppiest, juiciest beer you know, and
Please, yeah. What do we need to look out for? I mean,
Yeah.
there's like the triple Julius or triple J Julius,
which
whatever.
kind is like super hard to get. your
Super
hands
hard to
on.
get, line up for hours, sleep overnight and stuff. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. But like if we can get the Julius one, or I forgot the name of the Treehouse Papa
You
one. that's
haven't
a
had
double
Pliny
IPA.
yet.
I haven't had Pliny yet, and you know what? It's not a juice one. It's apparently a balanced. I know you've had it, but like even on that list, it was a balanced, fruity, bitter,
Piney.
approachable
Yeah.
IPA. It's maybe Pliny the Younger that's a little more hectic, even though it's 11%. February, I don't know. Maybe we should think about February. You know what I'm saying?
I can make it happen.
Let's see what up. If Russian River wants to hook us up, I'm just saying, Russian River, shout outs. Let's go get that Pliny the Younger.
Russian River shout outs though.
I'm just saying. But right now we're talking about the Alchemist.
Yeah.
So yes, we want to keep trying more of these. This is where look, I understand. This is where the trend is going, and this is where
I didn't even
get
look
it.
on like Beer Advocate or Rate Beer. Like, is this up there or
to be honest, I didn't.
is it even on there?
Oh, 100% be. Oh,
We should look at that.
it'll
Because
be
there's
on
also the battle. Like, this is easy for me, Heady Topper. Like, in my personal opinion, and I know people are kind of torn, but this is the better beer. This
Now
to
I
me
know
is
it's
almost
the better
perfect beer.
there. Yes.
Just in my opinion. I mean, people can have different opinions, but this stands out to me. This also stands out on a different level. It's that hoppy,
Total other
juicy,
level.
but like
It's next level. Dude.
next level.
I feel like whatever beers we're gonna drink after this, we just ruined them.
But I'd like to hear what other people have to say, like on the beer rating websites.
Yes, and like comment. Like I haven't seen many people even share pictures of this and like
Yeah,
get
let us
as
know what you
excited
think.
as
Like,
we are right now.
Is anyone even drinking this? Can you get your hands? Like I'm assuming
Yeah.
this is pretty hard to get your hands on.
I think. Well, it was just we were just there on the wrong day. We were there on a Wednesday, and it was the following Tuesday that they were releasing the cans. Apparently, Tuesday is the day the Alchemist releases a lot of cans. So I think we just missed the boat, but we got to try it at least. And I remember this being mind blown. Now, at the same token, I was at the brewery. I was excited. You saw the vlog. I was losing my mind.
That's a part of it too, I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I kind of did. I was like, oh, maybe I am tripping out, but I was still excited. And this did not let me down. And I really feel like my ridiculous response to it was 100% accurate and
Agreed.
not over the top in any shape or form. So
Cool.
from this was a lengthy versus, but you know what? We needed it. Was necessary.
Like look at the lineup.
Yeah,
Come
this
on.
this deserved
This
the
was
time.
the Royal Rumble of verses.
Pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
It's not. It's going to be hard to top this one.
Yeah.
We're going to have to work on it. So the clear winner is the Crusher Alchemist. We applaud you. You guys are a really phenomenal brewery. We can't wait to chat with you.
They're all amazing beers. I can't say a bad
This is the
thing about
Olympic
all of
podium
them.
right here.
Yeah.
They're all amazing beers.
They're all
exactly.
different, all amazing. We
Yeah.
commend you on your hop ability.
New words.
New words, yes.
And we look forward to the next one, and we're gonna have to up the ante now, bro.
Where do you go from here?
Let's just set the bar.
Yeah.
Let us know where we go. It's done. Get
Cheers
it in ya.
and get it in ya.